Anyone familiar with the serial ports, what people use them for, any of that kind of stuff? Yep. You guys use terminal servers, I'm sure, right? All that kind of stuff. It's probably like the most common one, I guess, is using as a terminal server. So say you have a couple of devices at the site that the G5's at. They don't have any LAN capability to them. You have to be there to monitor or configure them. You can connect into the serial port here on the NetGuardian, then be able to access that device as if it did have LAN, or if you wanted to access certain features through a serial port on another unit, you would be able to do that. So you can put devices that are not LAN capable on your network and configure them, or configure a piece of equipment that has special options on a special port or something, serial port. So that would be what you would typically use those for. Those are probably the most common. And like I said, you can get them built however you want. So 232, 485 are the most common. You can mix and match all 8 of those to whatever you need. So, all right. Then we got the 33.6K modem. Like I said, that's for provisioning the unit for reach through, any of that kind of stuff. So network goes down, it's nice to have that going. And some of the other things we went over, the dual NIC. You can also get an optional switch. So say you didn't want to add a switch in there as well into the rack, you could just put the G5 in there, get it with a switch option, and you can connect devices onto the network there without having to have a separate switch. So that's usually pretty useful. Does anybody know what RTC is? No? Not one? All right. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, real-time clock. So what that does, basically like a computer, you can unplug your computer from the wall and you plug it back in, it's got the same time, date, all that kind of stuff. That's basically all it is. So you can keep your time and date settings, it'll survive a boot, reboot, or power down, any of that kind of stuff. It's got a little watch battery type thing in there that will take over, and it just uses a very, very small amount of current just to keep the time. So we made that a standard option now. All of the units have that. You can also sync up with NTP servers, network time protocol servers, to get the time. But like I said, if it reboots, it's got to be able to resync again and all that kind of stuff. So it's just a mess. Sometimes those servers are not accurate if they're not even your own server, if you're using like a free public one or something. So those are things to keep in mind. And we got the optional fiber and wireless interfaces. So if you need fiber optic network on there, we can add that on there. We also have wireless interfaces for, I think, some of our propane monitors that we've made. Can wirelessly transmit the values to the NetGuardian G5. And optional D-wire interface. I think you guys will get a D-wire demo, right? So you'll see what that is, but it's a really easy way to add analogs or discrete alarms or temperature sensors, humidity sensors to our units. Basically, it lets you kind of like mini expand on what the unit has with our specialized sensors and all that kind of stuff. And we even have some that add more discretes and things like that. So we'll go over that on a demo, but it's basically a daisy chainable system. It can go hundreds of feet, and you just daisy chain your sensors at different locations. They all go back to one port, and it's pretty easy to configure. So like I said, you guys will get to see what that's all about. Really popular item that we sell.
Are they addressed?
Yes, they're all unique identifiers. So